that I saw it on Mulberry Street by Dr. Seuss. When I leave home to walk to school, Dad always says to me, "Bucko, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see." But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and steadily says, "Your eyesight's much too keen. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Stop turning minnows into whales." Now what can I say? Where can I get home today? All the long way to school and all the way back, I've looked and looked, and I've kept careful track. But all that I noticed, except my own feet, was a horse and wagon on Mulberry Street. There's nothing to tell of. That won't do, of course. Just a broken down wagon that's drawn by a horse. That can't be my story. That's only a start. I'll say that a zebra was pulling that cart. And that's a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame. Such a marvelous beast with a cart that's so tame. The story would really be better to hear if the driver I saw charioteer adored a blue chariot something to meet, rumbling like thunder down Mulberry Street. No one will do it all. A zebra's too small. A reindeer is better. He's fast and he's fleet. And you look even smart on old Mulberry Street. Hold on a minute. There's something wrong. A reindeer hates the way he feels. To pull a thing that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. A reindeer and sleigh, say anyone could think of that. Jack or Fred or Joe on that. Say, even Jane could think of that. But is it too late to make one little change? A sleigh and an elephant, there's something strange. A big one with plenty of power and size. A blue one with plenty of fun in his eyes. And then, just to give him a little more tone, if Elijah with rubies perched high on a throne. Say, that makes a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But now I don't know. It still doesn't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing that's so light would wrap it around in the air like a kite. But he walks simply grand with a great big brass band. A band that's so good should have someone to hear it, but it's going so fast that it's hard to keep near it. I put on a trailer. I know they won't mind if a man sits and listens while I'm hitched and on behind. But now is the fair. Is it fair what I done? I'll bet those wagons weigh more than a ton. That's really too heavy for a load for one beast. I'll give him some rubbers. He needs two at least. But now what worries me is this. Mulberry Street runs into bliss. Unless there's something I can fix up, there'll be an awful traffic mix-up. It takes police to do the trick, to guide them through where traffic's thick. It takes police to do the trick. They'll never crash now. They'll race at top speed, with Sergeant Mulberry himself in the lead. The mayor is there, and he thinks it is grand, and he raises his head as they dash by the stand. The mayor is there, and on them in two, all wearing big banners of red, white, and blue. And that's a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. With the roar of its motor and airplane appears, it dumps out confetti while everyone cheers. And that makes a story that's really not bad, but I think it still could be better, suppose that I add. A Chinese man who eats with sticks, a big magician doing tricks, a 10-foot beard that needs a comb, no time for more, I'm almost home. I swung round the corner and dashed for the gate. I ran up the steps and I felt simply great. For I had a story that no one can beat, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But Dad said quite calmly, just drop your stool and tell me the sights on the way home from school. There is so much to tell, I just couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled at his chain. He frowned at me sternly from there in the seat. Was there nothing to look at? No people to greet? Did nothing excite you or to make your heart beat? Nothing, I said, going red as a beat, but a plain horse and wagon on Mulberry Street.